Well, we have arrived at the Frontier 3 Grand Finals reset. BRE was able to jump out to a gigantic 150-point win over SecretX, who had sit in the winner's bracket, and now they are looking to close out the tournament with just one more war. And if they are able to ride the momentum that they have had over these past two wars, then they are sitting very, very pretty and sitting in a very good position to take the clan's first major tournament win. Gyrodos, what do you think?
Yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting match. Right now, if we can take a look at the lineups, not much has changed, but we do see Mike is in for Varo.
Yeah, not
So
we didn't have
so
time to make the graphic for that. Apologies for that. But we do have that sub, Mike and Fervaro, so that does mean another inward for the side of SecretX. They're now
wait, I thought
sitting with
Mike
two of
was
them.
Scooty. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he was
Um,
Scooty.
Mike, I believe, is an inward player.
Well, that'll be interesting.
But
I think. Go ahead.
yeah, either way, what is important is I don't know if that lineup card on the right is accurate, if LMDS was able to come back, but if he was, then that means both teams are going to have an inward. If not, then it's going to be, SecretX playing that game that BRE did against BL. We're
No,
going to see if maybe LMDS comes back. We're not quite sure,
I,
but
I I think we're gonna have Thomas's perspective once again, along with Sketch this time. I'm not sure if we have we still have Thomas's stream, so I wonder if LMDS is coming back or if they're gonna put JB in for him because of his net or whatnot, or if they have a different player coming in. But either way, this should be all guns blazing. This is gonna be the time where the teams need to pull out all the stops. So, SecretX has to be thinking here. All right, we figured out what's wrong. We know what to do. It's just whether or not we can execute. And I think BRE are thinking, we have to keep up this momentum because otherwise SecretX are going to capitalize, just like they did in the Frontier before. So, looks like we do have a full room, I believe. So we're gonna get started straight away this time. And
yeah,
good luck to both teams.
yeah, of course. Both of them both of them definitely have a lot to play for. Like I said, this could be BRE's first major tournament win since their formation not too long ago. And SecretX, on the other hand, is looking to defend their Frontier title that they were able to win over this very team the last time this tournament was held. So there is a lot on the line for these next 12 races, and
So LMDS is hosting, which means that I think the lineup card is correct for BRE. We do have Mike in though for Varo, so we see Twisted Mansion coming out straight away for them. Yeah, and it looks like it is Mike in for Varo, and the rest is the same. So we're gonna see Sketch in on the Biddy Buggy, actually. Very interesting. He used it in the last couple of races, but I thought he would be going back to Wiggler. And is that... I can't tell. I don't know where Mike is, actually, so I don't know if he's on inward or not. But we do have Reese and LMDS, so there is at least one inward for both teams. Meanwhile, we do see Sketch getting trailed instantly, so he's going to be going for coins and trying to play the comeback game. We do see one of BRE back here as well. And not pulling a dodge once again, a little bit too close to first to let that happen. BRE are going to be a lot at the bottoms to start off, so SecretX looks like they've made the adjustments necessary, at least for this first part of the lap.
I mean, it is lap one of the first war, and it is Twisted Mansion, so I think it might be a little bit too early to say something like that. However,
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, it's Twisted Mansion.
I mean, this is just, like, Thomas is just like, you know what, let me just get my coin set back up to 10 before I pull Shock real quick. SecretX have no idea that they have Shock. They might think that Thomas has it because they have not seen a star come out of him, but it could have easily been a golden or, something that he's chaining. Right now, they have to be a little bit suspicious. there's probably going to be a TS on the glider here, meaning that, yep, there it is. And BRE is going to be dodging up. We do see one dodge in the mid pack, probably going to end up being first. And BRE, even though they were the bottom spots at the beginning, were able to pull shock pretty easily. Now Thomas is probably going to have to hold blue, but, you know, if you keep those tops, that is all you want if you are BRE.
Yeah. Thing is, though, it doesn't matter if Thomas has to... Okay, maybe it does now matter if Thomas has to hold blue. And with this seemingly mixed back spots right now, I do think it's BRE in bottom 2, but we do have...
That is huge for Sketch.
more.
He's going to be able to be invincible for the rest of the race here, and this is just exactly what he wanted. He's going to build up right here, and then he's going to be able to be taken past this long, very, very, very chaotic turn, which didn't end up having much chaos, actually. And he's been... Oh, he didn't actually get a mid spot. I thought he would get an easy mid spot there.
Yeah, but... unfortunately losing a couple spots because of the people taking the cut. And it does look like a mostly Bree-dominated race, and they're getting out to a similar start that they did last time. Not quite, you know, the plus 30 that they were able to start the last war with, but what does matter is that they have maintained the momentum that they had earlier, and they are going to be leading off by at least 10 to start this.
I do think that this is a really good sign for SecretX, because at the beginning they were all the top spots. And it was only because Thomas was able to pull a lap 1 chuck that they were able to come back that easily. And I think if SecretX just keep on chugging the way they have in that first race, I think they'll be set for a very close war. So yeah, we do see RWS and once again N64 Rainbow Road, 2 classic tracks that we've seen from both sides. We're going to see N64 Rainbow Road, and considering that, you know, this all comes down to the bottom spots usually, SecretX did not come... It didn't get nearly as many top spots as BRE did in the first match. So if this same situation, you know, pans out as they did last time, it's going to be... They're going to have to really, you know, start getting those lots of small wins before they can think about winning this match.
Right, and Thomas looking to hopefully get something done for his team as he's starting in the back with the maximum coin count and getting that shroom, seeing if maybe he can draft his way up into the front, and that is exactly what he is doing. Unfortunately, having to get around his teammates somewhat and taking the wide line there. Ooh. But he is up here with as many coins as he can possibly try to gather, and now has a mushroom in first. So he is in a very good position with LMDS in second at the moment.
Yeah, and even though SecretX had many of the bottom spots, now that they have a... Oh, wait, was LMDS taken out? I think so.
Maybe he was. No, he's still right there. He's still right there.
Oh, and he's trailing a red right
they're going to have to be careful right now. Starlo in third. That will be a top 3.
Sketch looks like LMDS make some plays here.
Red, and Sketch, unfortunately, not quite
does get one.
Does get one on LMDS, which is nice, but it's going to have to be more than that, as BRE is still holding the top 2, likely a bit more behind him, doing nothing with that horn, and he's going to have to go wide to avoid Starlo's trail here, which could potentially allow a BRE member to pass.
And
is going to come off. So it will be an SX member in third, but it is a top 2, 4, 5 at the moment for BRE, and it's looking like they're going to maintain that for the rest of the race.
Sketch does a 6 out of that somehow, but it
does. Not quite sure what happened on the glider, but it will be a top 4, 8, 9. So BRE, clearly asserting as much dominance as they possibly can early on, getting out to the same sort of early lead as they did last time, and really just walking over SecretX right now. They may have tried to make some adjustments, but clearly they need to do more than just this if they're gonna get anything done.
You know, I think what the big thing was is that they just needed, you know, way more top presence at the beginning. They needed way more people trying to get up to the front, despite their items, despite their coin count, because, you know, that's what really mattered at the beginning. Thomas got out to an early lead, was able to give it to, you know, his teammates, even though he had low coins. And then he was just, you know, able to run from there, and it was pretty easy. So as long as SecretX can get up there, you know, it's gonna be a close one, but that has to happen for them. And right now with RWS, this is gonna be tough for SecretX. And the Wario Stadium is coming out, so we're going to see Thomas in first. We're going to see, a lot of BRE up here at top 4. So you really need, that SecretX situation to happen right now if you want to come back.
Yeah, it's looking less and less likely as it goes on. As in just 2 races, BRE was able to make their way into a 50-point lead, and they were able to take what was already a plus 20 and turn it into another plus 20 on the easiest track on one of the easiest tracks to take momentum from on N64 Rainbow Road. So they've shown that they are just able to adapt to whatever is given to them, even if they don't get the track breaks they want. And at this point, it's going to be up to SX to figure out something if they want to bring this team down.
And we see BRE with at least a top 2 here, so Sketch is trying to go for the shock here, and if he's going to get it, it's going to be probably at this set. Not quite. He's gonna need to get this golden out of him so he can chain once again at the set. And at this point, you have to be wondering, okay, where are our shocks? How are we gonna pull them? And there's a blue. That's a good start. And unfortunately, there is a horn in first, so not gonna be working out for Secret. There is Nanas, but he does avoid them, so that's very good for him. And this is just looks like an easy run for them at this point.
Yeah, the top 2 for BRE is going to be very, very difficult for SX to take down, because now the one thing that they had that could have gotten Thomas out is no longer a factor. There's not going to be another blue for the rest of this race. And with the amount of SX that's back here right now,
wow,
there will be a shock. I'm not quite sure who pulled that, but Sketch was able to dodge up, and I believe Tynan was as well. Unfortunately, the ball dropping him onto the fire is very, very unfortunate. And he's going to kind of be stuck back here.
I believe that was a SecretX shock, but it didn't look like they had a good time because they were all 3 hit basically when the shock came. Sketch was able to luckily get off his bill in time, but that bill got him into the fire. So
yeah, and there will be a top 3
at least.
BRE, likely more. We do see Tynan in 5th, or actually in 6th. It's a top 5 for BRE, and they are already out to an 80-point lead.
Yeah, at this point, SecretX needs to find a track that suits their needs of, we need to come back right now, and we need it quickly, because otherwise we are just down and out of it. So right now, what we need to see is either a huge bagger or a track like Big Blue, a track like, one of these, maybe Excite Bike. That's a good one.
Yeah, something I find interesting is that in a little over 2 wars, we have not seen a Dredge Red Desert or a Cheeseland once. And you have to wonder, with the amount of big races we've seen, why none of the 3 teams we've watched are willing to pick a track like that.
I think for the most part, those big baggers generally give mixed races, and
exactly.
Even though BRE is, up by so much right now, I don't think they, especially, with the top spots, but if they were to get bottom spots, I don't think they want to pick something like that just because of the fact that it's so RNG and it's so, dependent on whether or not you can pull shock or the dodgers at the right time. So people want to pick more consistent tracks like N64 Rainbow Road or Excite Bike Arena, to where you can, even without shock, you can get a good race if you're, good enough to get up to the front.
Right. And with BRE getting yet another one of their picks here in Tik Tok Clock, they're looking to extend their already 80-point lead by even more, and with Sketch getting redded out early, they're looking good to do so. Is able to hit Valor, but really, what is that going to do? I mean, he is one of their best runners, but they have so many up there that I don't think it matters. They need the shock right now, and that is not what you want if you're SecretX. Yeah.
Thomas does get hit out, and now we have 2 bottoms for BRE, which is a start. That is for sure.
Yeah, but, it's a start.
They definitely need to mount a huge comeback if they're wanting to even have a chance of coming back.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sketch just keeps pulling Goldens, and when you're trying to bag, that is exactly what you are trying to not pull. Unfortunately, I think he's at the range where he's going to get yet another one, unless he's lucky and pulls a shock. Yeah, another Golden. Unfortunate for him, and unfortunate for Thomas, just barely missing that double. but SX is going to need to do something fast, and with Sketch's unfortunate luck only able to pull Bills and Goldens, it's looking less and less likely by
Okay,
the
but LDS was taken out, so
do
they might
LMDS,
have a lot of mid spots. for
yeah, they might
SecretX.
have some mid spots,
Oh, and
but
Sketch just pulled the sock. This
yeah,
could be huge.
finally getting the shock for Sketch, but it may end up being too little too late. We're already so far into this race that it will come out, and it will seemingly dodge two of SecretX, who are hopefully able to get something done. Looks like BRE was able to hold on to their break and get first, though. So unless something happened there through the lag that we didn't quite catch, then this isn't exactly ideal for SecretX. They are able to hold a BRE member to last, but as for the rest of the pack, it's still going to be
Okay, 2, 3, 4.
relatively
That's
mixed.
a
I think
that's
it's a slight win for
a good
SX.
start. A
It's
good
not a
start for
tie.
SecretX.
A tie, if not a slight win for either team. But it's better than the plus 20s and plus 30s that BRE has been handing them for the entire war thus far. That's the best race of the GP.
Yeah, for sure. And then also, I think this is very important for SecretX just to stop the momentum of BRE, because it was at full throttle at the beginning of this war, and now they are starting to bring it back just, a little bit, even though it might not seem that much. It's definitely a start. And if they can get their track pick of maybe, okay, they go Water Park. If they can get, even if DKJ gets picked, if they can get first out pretty early, this could be huge for SecretX in their comeback.
Yeah, and that will be a +2 for SecretX. So, like we said, it's a start. Obviously, they still have 78 more points to make up, but what does matter is that they were able to do something. So, hopefully, for their sake and for the sake of an interesting war, they're going to be able to have a better GPs 2 and 3 and maybe make this close.
All right, so we do see Water Park, which is one of SecretX's best tracks. We did not see them get a good race in the garbage time, but once again, they were probably just trying to mentally reset. So this is probably the biggest race of the war, and I think it will remain that way. So whatever happens here is going to affect the outcome for sure. So let's see if SecretX can pull it out. So we see, standard stuff, people going for the coins. Oh, Thomas does get hit out a little bit, does get bumped. He's on Biddy Buggy now, so he's going to have to deal with these bumps a lot more than, say, a Wiggler or a standard bike would. And I think that was him taking out someone. I couldn't tell through the stream lag, but we do see a lot of SecretX up here, actually. So I think this could be a good start for them. And we see
Thomas not quite getting the item combination that he might want, but
okay, BRE taking a lot of SecretX out though.
Surrounded mostly by his teammates, this boomerang rather is not going to be doing much, and yeah, no, he's gonna want those triple shrooms out as soon as possible. Sketch, on the other hand, also being surrounded by BRE members, besides Tynan, kind of doing his own thing up there. Unfortunately, TKing Sketch there. Not quite what they might have been hoping to.
It does seem like there's a lot of SecretX up there. Oh my gosh, this pull is so awful.
Yeah.
Man, triple green.
The 8th place box, man. The 8th place box.
And then he kills his teammate as well.
Yeah.
Man, they need to hope that Reese or some top presence is up there, because otherwise this looks like a disaster for SecretX when they had so many top spots. Ooh, they do end up using the shock. I think that was a BRE shock, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully they can hold the tops up there. It looks like someone's catching up. Sketch is also catching up. He's in 7th. He's going to probably pull shrooms here, potentially catch up to the rest of the pack. Does look like he's going to get 7th, maybe 6th.
Passing his mates, though.
So I think this might be like a top 2, 6, 7. No, not at all. Quite the opposite.
Yeah, a 3, 4, 6, 7 will be a top 2, 5, and yet another winning race for them, Despite SecretX's best attempt to try and get the momentum going away, BRE's able to instantly respond and bring it back with another winning race.
I think as long as SecretX, keep their mental state, they have a chance in this. But that race definitely put a nail in a potential coffin that they have. So if they can bring a good race out, that's all they want right now. They're starving for a good race. And if they can't get it in these next couple, it's going to be game over.
Mm-hmm. You know, as for BRE though, at this point they've already played enough of the war, already 5 races to know that all they really need to do is just hold on and prevent anything absolutely catastrophic from happening. And they're good at that. They're good at not letting anything gigantic go through and being able to hold SecretX to smaller races. Because even if SX is able to chain 7 small wins in a row, then it's still going to be difficult for them to actually get this done, because Bree's lead is already up to 86 points at the moment.
We do see Reese coming up here in first. Top 2 look very close actually. Thomas is up here, but 2-3 for SecretX right at the moment. Maybe it looks like Reese was taken out. So it's only Tynan up here.
Yeah.
And not getting the
red one for someone,
on
not quite sure who that
Thomas.
was. And Thomas is going to be pretty safe in first for the moment. Unless somebody does shroom up here. Maybe Tynan pulled one. Okay. Not quite, but Thomas's break remains the same size.
Okay, a lot of mid spots.
Able to run out someone. And it looks like a 2-3-4-5 maybe for SecretX?
Yeah, it looks like it. And
I think that or it's top 2 for Bree. Not quite sure who's in second, but this is better.
I do believe that's Reese. They took out Thomas. It looks like they're going to get out.
They were able to take out Thomas, which is huge.
Top 5 almost. If they can keep this lead right here, they are going to have a feast and potentially make the biggest comeback we've ever seen in Frontier. And I think they're getting the start of it.
This is looking like a top 4. This is looking like a top 4, maybe a top 3-5. Thomas was able to recover and get either 4th or 5th there, but that's still
time being taken out.
It's a start. It is very much a start. Tynan being taken out, so it will be a top 3 and a couple of not bottom spots but low spots. So that will be at least like a +10.
Yeah, that's definitely like +16.
Definitely a start. It's definitely a start. That's going to cut their lead down a tiny bit.
And considering they were up 86,
considering
5 races in, that's huge for SecretX. Let's see. So we see Piranha Plant Slide coming out for SecretX. I think now what they need to do is just hopefully they chain runners over and over again and start to mount this massive comeback that they'll need, because right now it's not looking good, and they suddenly stop that momentum, and hopefully they're going to bring it in their direction with this track pick.
And that will be a +16. So the lead has been cut to 70, which if they are able to replicate that race every race for the rest of the war, then that will be a win. Obviously, that is much, much easier said than done, but that is to say that SecretX is still far from out of this, especially if they can keep up the momentum. As we know, though, BRE is just so good at snapping momentum whenever another team starts to get a hold of it. We saw it against BL, and we saw it in match 1, so let's see if they can pull it off for a third and final time.
Yeah, I think what needs to happen here is that obviously Reese needs to keep first. There's no question about that, and I think he would. But I think what needs to happen is that these guys need to pull a set before they allow someone like Thomas to get a draft up here and read out. Oh, it looks like Reese pulled protection, so he was able to block that. Or maybe it lagged. Not quite sure. Either way, Thomas gets bumped up, and now we see a SecretX top 2, so that's really good for them.
Right, and Sketch also kind of here in the mid-pack trying to see if he can mitigate any attempts from Valor and the rest of Bree to, do what they have done so well for the past 2.5 hours of just...
Ooh, this plant is going to do wonders for them.
Yeah.
Wow, it's taking out LMDS, giving a huge break to the top spot.
Drac, and he is actually also able to avoid hitting anyone from his team. And that bomb is going to hit 2 people from SX, but it does look like they were able to still hold a good amount of top spots. I'm not quite sure who's in first at the moment, but Sketch going to be horning out Bowen there.
Top 2
And
4, it
sitting
looks
there
like
in
for
fourth,
SecretX.
maybe. Do we know if it's SecretX in first? I'm not sure. That might be a BRE member. I think it is. Yeah, it is. So
Okay,
yeah,
it was
that
Draken first, but now they have 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it will be a
So
2, 3, 4. And Thomas back here doing everything he can. Unfortunately, it's not much.
pulling Bill Golden.
There.
Now BRE
And
are kind of stuck in the spot that SecretX were at the beginning of these races. Now SecretX are chaining the runners on them, and if this comeback is going to happen, it's gonna come down to these races here. He's not going to pull the shock. Pulls only a golden. Can he pull it here? Not quite. So it looks like Thomas has a suicide bag, and he's only going to be able to chain 2 boxes, perhaps.
Yeah, and it's not happening. I mean, the blue won't come out, so if Starlo was able to hold first, then that's good for them. But what does matter is,
that's a big star.
Sketch unfortunately getting passed by quite a few BRE members. And is going to end up in 11th, unfortunately, for him. And that will be a pretty even race. I think that's a slight SX win.
I do believe that is so, yeah. I think if Sketch did not get killed there, that would have been probably a +10. Whereas now it's only like a +6. So that was good on BRE to mitigate that massive loss that they could have had. Because Drac, with that plant, basically secured the top 5 until that bomb as well that took out 2 SecretX members. They were still up there. They had the top 2, 4. Then they had the Starlo Shroom up, and they were in first all of a sudden, and they were able to bring it back to, mitigate what was the top 5 into, only a 1-3-5. So good job on them.
Right. And looking to capitalize on that with this Hyrule Circuit pick, seeing if maybe they could pull something off. Unfortunately, Mike not quite getting the memo there, or whether that be Mike or another SX member using the guest FME. And thankfully, they're able to avoid it by just 1 pick. But what does matter is they are in a better position than they have been thus far to bring it back, as they have 5 races to come back from 64 points, which is doable. It's very, very difficult, but it is doable.
Much better than the 80 with momentum that was before, and I think it's going to come down a lot to this first part of the lap, where if we're going to see a lot of people shroom up, we're going to see, LMDS looks like he's up there, but Tynan does hold first for the time being. A lot of mid-pack presence from BRE, but, if any... Ooh, those triple nana pull and the triple green pull, they negate each other, luckily for SecretX, and they are able to hold those mid spots.
Yeah.
And right now, you just have to hope, if you're SecretX, that you can break this top 2 that BRE just got, because that was a close one. They have 3, 4, 5 at the moment, but it's going to be... Oh, Fowler getting into 4th, and it looks like they're going to be a top
unfortunately, 3. Sketch unfortunately messing up his driving and letting Valor into 3rd to create that BRE top 3, and that boomerang unfortunately getting to him as well. So a bit rough of a sequence for Sketch there. Hopefully he won't let that get to him too much, and be able to keep it together and see if they can maybe bring this race back. But BRE have done so well in destroying the run that SX had to start off with. And with the blue coming, however, they do have a Schumann first, so that will not be a factor. And the thing is, one of the most powerful shock spots in the game is coming up if SecretX is able to pull it. Thing is, though, LMDS is in last at the moment, so it's looking pretty unlikely.
So they would be using this shock pretty much right now, but it doesn't look
like
they have it.
Nope.
So we're going to have to see a lot of mid spots from SecretX if they want to keep their momentum going. And it doesn't look like they're having a good start with Drac being taken out. Now, with the Golden Star coming out, we're going to see Sketch probably getting a top mid spot. But, yep, we see perhaps maybe a 3-4-5 if SecretX was up there. Nope. Looks like Valor secured the top 3 for them. And this is not good for SecretX.
It is not. And, yeah, like I said earlier, BRE, especially as a team, is so good at destroying another team's momentum. And despite SecretX's best effort to get 2 races that looked like maybe the start of something for them, BRE was able to immediately bring that and take that and bring it to more probably about a plus 20, maybe. And after almost 30 races of gameplay, I think more than 30 races of gameplay, we are finally seeing a team willing to pick Dry Desert.
They need something at this point. I mean,
not that that's a good thing, but I'm just
thing.
surprised that it took this long for either team to even pick it.
Exactly. So I think with them being down 88 at this point, I think what needs to happen is they just need the RNG to go their way. That's why they're picking Dry Desert. They figured that at this point, BRE are outrunning us. We need something to pop for us. And whether that's Dry Desert or some other bagger, we're willing to do it. So Excitebike Arena comes out, not necessarily a bagger, but a good track nonetheless to catch up on. So we're seeing Sketch right now in 5th. The 4-5 bottom spots are gonna more than likely pull shrews, but they're not gonna get a lot of coins because these top 2 guys are gonna steal all the coins from these ramp strats that these pros know how to do, like the back of their hand. And we're seeing Sketch, struggle since he has a banana right now. He's not gonna be able to shroom up, and he's not able to take out anyone, and he gets taken out as well.
Right, and DA is very much a bagging track, is very baggable, and is obviously does still have the reputation of being the lounge track. So Sketch obviously no stranger to bagging it, and it looks like Thomas is going to be following suit after that unfortunate sequence he just had to go through.
So we see a top 2 coming out for SecretX, and we have to know, is there enough front presence for SecretX to keep? Or are they just going to have to hope that, BRE don't pull the shock here and it won't affect them too much? Right now, Sketch does have a star, which means he does have the power to negate a BRE shock. But at the same time, there is a blue coming out, and it looks like there's a lot of BRE up here. So it could be disaster striking. I think we do see a SecretX top 2. Sketch is starring up. Ooh, the Ghost takes his double, and it was LMDS. And that is tragic.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Sketch. At the moment, there's fire coming up, potentially taking out 2 BRE members, but he gets bumped off, and now he has to use the shroom that he
have the shroom to recover. However, does still look like a top 2. Actually, no, that's SecretX in first. That Wario was SecretX.
Yes, and it looks like he's breaking away, so unless there's a massive target shock, it doesn't look like they are going to give that up. Meanwhile, Sketch does have triple shrooms to catch up with triple nanas, meaning that he could take out potentially a lot of BRE here, but it's going to take a lot because there is a lot of SecretX back here as well. And Thomas does get star out of his own star, and meaning I think we're seeing a bottom 2 potentially from BRE.
Yeah, a lot of bottoms. So that could potentially be really good for SecretX. Let's see.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12.
1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. That's about a plus 10. That's about a plus 10.
I don't think that's enough, though. They need a lot more than just that to get their momentum started.
And with, I believe, 3 more races to play, they're going to have to make up nearly 80 points in just 3 races, which is possible. It is very possible, except it is one of the most difficult things you can do in this game.
Yeah,
they're down 80. They are down 82 with 3 races to play. They are going to have to work a miracle if they are looking to bring home Frontier 3.
Yeah, personally, the only time I've seen a comeback this big, well, the only time I've ever made a comeback was when I had 5 races left. So these guys only have 3 to do it, so it's going to be really tough. So if anything, SecretX is looking for a big track, and they're all picking big race tracks that hopefully could do wonders for them. DP3 is something that that makes sense. If you can get some runners up there, it will give you a lot of top spots. But Bone Dry Dunes is one of those tracks that gives a lot of mixed races. So
yeah,
it's a good.
So
good
we're gonna
track pick
see.
For them.
Yeah, good track pick for them, and we're gonna see if SX is able to capitalize off of it. Thomas and his newfound love for Donkey Kong looking like they're gonna have something to say about it, though.
Yep, he's on the Donkey Kong train.
Yeah,
I would SecretX.
Yeah, would like to mention, by the way, who the hell uses Azure rollers with Donkey Kong? That's actually throwing. I understand like using Azure rollers with like Walu Wiggler or whatever, but you are actually like destroying your entire color coordination if you are putting these tires on the red bitty buggy with DK as your character. I just don't get it.
Oh my goodness! And we've already seen that we have a top 3 for BRE. This is not looking good. They need the shock at this point. They need someone back there going for it. Why is Thomas reading his teammate? Who knows? Anyways, we see LMDS is back there as
Yeah.
well with them. So,
but we already have a top 4 for Bree, so it's looking like they are looking to close it out right here, right now.
And as long as they don't pull the shock here, SecretX doesn't. This is gonna stay this way, especially on this kind of track where even though there's a pretty big cut, you have a lot of track to go through before you can get there, and a lot of that is narrow and a lot of that is filled with chaos. So Sketch is trying to pull perhaps maybe a 9th place dodge to, yep, he does get it. So he's going to be trimming up. He's going to be in the mid spot to potentially dodge, but maybe BRE has the shock. Someone's stopping on the set, so it does not look good for SecretX right now. And one of them getting hit as well.
Unfortunately, Sketch not able to get that important first set there. Thomas with quite a break. With Thomas and his teammate, not sure who that Walu is behind him, but quite a break. And that will be a BRE shock slowing down in order to get that set. And I think that's going to be just about it.
Yeah, unless there was like 3 people from SecretX who dodged, which it doesn't look like. Okay, it looks like Sketch dodged, but he was taken out.
Sketch and Drag are up here, but besides that, it's looking mostly like Bree up here, Reese up here, Sketch unfortunately getting killed out, and Thomas is going to hold on and get first. So they need at least a top 2-5, and if they're able to get that, then this war's over.
And it looks like they
don't.
Got that. That's definitely
they got bottom 2. They got 1-3 and they got bottom 2. I don't think it's mathematically over yet. I think that was a very, very slight win for SecretX that is going to keep them in it by the skin of their teeth. We're going to see when the results come in, but I don't think that's enough to do it. And if it is, then that's probably a tied race.
Yeah, if SecretX did get at least a +2, they are technically still in it, but it's not looking great. And it
will be, it will in fact be a +2, not for SecretX though, but for Bree. And with that, it is mathematically over, barring a repick from either team. But barring that, it is in fact mathematically over. And I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Dominik Zlotkowski has come away with their first major tournament win in their clan's history. So massive congratulations to them.
Yeah, and I mean, if we don't see a repick, which we're not getting, and I don't think we're going to get a +20 race for SecretX, especially on this track. So even if there is a repick next race, it looks like it's over. So congratulations to BRE on winning the tournament in dominant fashion, no less. They
very dominant fashion
of BL, but they dominated here against SecretX.
Absolutely. And still with 2 races to play as well. Not only did they win, they were able to win in 9 and 10 races respectively in both of their 2 grand finals wars. So putting on an incredible display of dominance and proving that with their newfound additions, this team is definitely going to be a force to reckon with and is looking to be at the very top of MKU when it comes up in a couple of months.
Yeah, and with the crazy amount of teams coming back, we're going to see a pretty stacked D1 this season.
Definitely.
Even D2 as well will be filled with previously D1 teams and, some teams like Gungnir, for example, who did win D2, who are probably going to end up being D2 with all the good teams that are coming back. And I think next MKU season is going to be a blast to watch, and it's going to be a blast to play. So if you want to get involved, make sure you hit !Discord in the chat, and you will, see our Discord there. There's also our site as well, which you can register and get on a team, just like these guys.
Go over to mkc.gg if you'd like to sign up for an account, get in the Discord to meet some people in the community. You can also join a couple of other different servers like MK leaderboards if you're interested in the time trials, Lounge if you're interested in the online side that doesn't necessarily involve clans, and a couple of other great places of the community as well.
Yeah, and the more the merrier. So if you're hesitant on coming in because you don't know whether or not you'd fit in, trust me, there's a lot of people who would welcome you. There's a lot of clans that are not at this level that are, at the lower levels, but they're definitely more in there for, people to play with, to have fun, and all sorts of things like that. They do, a lot of them participate in competitions just like these, but a lot of them are just for fun. So even if you're a casual player who are, you're hesitant about whether or not you want to come into a competitive Mario Kart scene, there are a lot of clans for you. So just make
Yeah.
sure if you want to join us, be sure to, join mkc.gg and you will be on the road. So yeah, we don't see any repicks. So we are going to see BRE take the grand finals of Frontier and take home the tourney win. So congratulations to them.
Yeah.
And
very, very well done. Very dominant performance throughout 3 straight matches.
we might see some interesting combos for these for this last race. Maybe
Mhm.
some villagers, I think. Maybe some villagers. We just see a Rosalina. That's basically it, though.
We see a Wario. We see Thomas, who's been on DK for the last couple of races. Didn't
We see a
quite
Martin.
catch who was behind him, but we got the
there's
Morton. We love
got
the
a villager.
Morton.
Villager inward. Let's go.
We've got the Morton. We love the Morton. We love the villager. We love the Rosalina. We love the character diversity. Obviously, as Waluigi dominated as the meta is at times, it's still fun to
see these combos come out.
Yeah, it's still fun to see these combos come out.
Yeah, and I think with this massive win, BRE is saying to the whole world right now that you can't stop us. There's nothing that can stop us right now.
They are the claim to be. Frenzy may be gone, but there is still a team that is just as powerful, and they are looking to maybe even be more dominant than they were.
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't think my prediction, gave even the amount of credit that they should. Like this was not even close, and
yeah,
I thought SecretX would put up a big fight, but I thought it wouldn't be nearly as dominant that BRE made it. And right now,
that's not to discredit what SecretX was able to do. However, they definitely did put on a strong showing through the entire tournament. Making it to grand finals through winner side is still absolutely nothing to scoff at, and they are still in a great position moving forward for future tournaments to come.
And I think the big thing here to take away is just that you need those mid spots were like so important throughout all 3 of these wars, and BRE has mastered that to perfection. So I think we're going to see a lot of people work on that during the off season. I think we're going to see a lot of D1 teams be in it for the title. That's for sure. So stay tuned for more in the future. The new season is coming up. We're going to see a lot of action, especially on this Twitch stream. So make sure you're here for that.
Of course. We've got a lot coming up soon. We've got the next MKU season, which will be featuring the brand new first wave of DLC tracks coming up in April. We will also have 200 League Overdrive 3, our 200cc tournament, coming in and also featuring those same DLC tracks. Both definitely exciting things to look forward to, whether you play either 150cc, 200cc, or in my case, both. But there's a lot to look forward to, especially with the DLC just 3 weeks away.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a very exciting time to be a Mario Kart player, and
that is very true.
It is a very exciting time to be a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe player, and we are absolutely looking forward to the near future with the tournaments to come.
And with that, we are signing off here. I am Gyrodos, here with Awoken. Thank you so much for casting Awoken, and thank you so much to the viewers who stuck around to watch all 3 matches. It was a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys next time.
Thank you all. See ya.